I think that's why we didn't hear anything. Well, he's still there.
Now, the communities. You're out there.
Okay. But
She was hosted.
It was very, a lot of people that were.
Anytime you heard a lot of noise or whatever, definitely.
that we not. So that's what I'm not gonna.
The guy behind his house is making me laugh.
Until we are.
Boom, girl. Boom, girl. Liverpool, girl.
Yeah, I pay attention to what they're talking
Now
about.
in a few days too, if it's in the.
And he hears a little son.
But I get emails, calls.
Oh, yet?
Not yet.
I think that's ridiculous. What's up, Kyle?
Councilmember Carter, can you hear us and see us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool. We'll begin starting in just a second.
Yes, sir.
I'm there.
Yeah, Mr. Odie is talking ahead of
It's just, I had the first time when I saw.
Good, how about you? Good, glad to hear.
Yeah, well, as I was typing it, oh my gosh. Sorry, or Dylan, this is so long.
No, it's. Dylan supposedly got a snack, so sugar something to keep us up.
Probably goes out at some point during the workshop.
5 days there and 5 days in today. Why not?
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Salem for Thanksgiving. Well, not sport, we'll do that.
Hey, how you doing, young man?
What's up, sir?
Christmas.
And shoes.
We're going into the fees.
Hey, I got a problem here. So getting a bunch of crop dusters now for the strategic pride work.
Trying to figure out that.
Crop duster.
With the hedges, everyone.
Try to go on break.
Got a couple minutes left.
They were ready yet.
My friend, her husband is going to, what's this?
The friend that has a. Yacht.
I find that friend is yacht. I have a friend that's yacht. Yeah, my friend's playing
I did
yacht.
not.
Yeah.
I think that's picture behind. It was an aviation week.
Instead of like buying a house, he bought a big yacht.
Oh, it was cool.
And he lives on it in Seattle.
Vern will be
Yeah,
down there and he'll have crop.
That's a lot.
buzzing around.
I mean, he had it at like 25.
Close there's
Like,
one crop.
yeah,
duster.
of course now he's like 35, but yeah, he's still.
Oh, by the way, there's cabbage over there. These are.
Not that.
No, he actually came from like a family.
Yes. They're adding their own.
Studied hard and
Guess what?
very,
Go hunt.
very much a techie.
No, that thing.
Canadian's goal to.
Well, she
He was gonna buy a house.
Well, and he lived at home forever, and all of his parents, said, look, well, and he ended up on scholarship, so he didn't have school yet.
And you have a yacht to go visit. You have a yacht friend. All friends like. Yeah. That's how they stay. That's how they stay wealthy. That's our friends went to England with. They've got money, but it's like this seems expensive. I'm like, really?
It's about that time.
Somebody works for Nonprofit. Yes. They're complaining you don't want to spend more than $3 maybe.
Okay.
All right, we ready?
We ready on the left?
Yes.
Ready on the right? Okay, city manager ready, city clerk ready, attorney ready? Okay. Let's go ahead and start. We've got no invocation tonight, so I'm calling to order. Will everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Thank you. Okay, I'm calling to order the special meeting of the Mary Esther Local Planning Agency, April 7th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Would like to ask the city clerk for roll call of council.
Board Member Sutton.
Present.
Board Member Coxwell.
Present.
Board Member Lawson.
Present.
Board Member Oder.
Present.
You have a quorum.
Great. Okay, now I would like to, Mr. Carter, you out there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'd like to get, if he wants to play tonight, I need a motion to recommend to the city council to approve no, never mind. All right, motion for Councilman Carter to participate virtually. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Okay, I have a
I'll
first
second.
and I have a second. Let's go ahead and vote. Is there any discussion on it? Okay, let's go ahead and vote.
What's my voter? Oh, there it is.
Okay, the answer is yes, unanimous. Larry, you're involved, okay?
Thank you.
For this one. And I'm probably going to have to do the next one or two too. Okay, tonight we have a administration of oath of office to persons testifying. Who would like to speak tonight? If you even think you're going to speak tonight, we have an oath of office. It's a 2-second thing. Get sworn in. You going to speak?
Okay.
Okay.
Just, all right, all who are speaking, please. raise
Oath of
your right hand.
office. Oath.
Yeah, stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the whole truth, do you swear to tell the truth? I forgot my thing. The whole truth, nothing but the truth, etc. Okay.
Thank you. That makes you official. Now, I don't know what office you're going to, but you're good to go. Item for consideration 6.1, conditional use permit for privacy fence at 161 West Miracle Strip.
And Mayor, one more thing before, it's not on your agenda, so have there been any ex parte communications with the applicant or anybody driven by or investigated the application property or anything prior to tonight's meeting?
No.
Okay, good. Thank you.
No, is that what about you, Mr. Carter? No? Okay. Thank
I'm
you.
good.
All right.
All right, good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the local planning agency. For the record, Tyler Reed, Community Development Director. Tonight, we're presenting the applicant, Mr. Graves, who seeks approval to install a privacy fence with a gate that extends beyond the front elevation of his residence. The request is intended to enhance property security and privacy due to the unique positioning of the parcel. Given the property's landlocked configuration, except through an easement, and its adjacency to commercial and residential uses, the applicant asserts that the fence is necessary for safety and delineation of property boundaries. The privacy fence will run along the eastern property line and will be approximate total of 182 feet long with a 12-foot gate not to exceed a height of 8 feet. The subject property is located at 161 West Miracle Strip Parkway, is enclosed by the Santa Rosa Sound to the south, a commercially zoned property to the north, and residential properties to the east and west. The property does not have frontage to a public or private right-of-way and is accessed through an easement via the adjacent property to the west. The subject property is zoned R1 single-family residential with a future land use of low-density residential. According to the applicable zoning regulations, conditional use permits may be granted based on the following criteria. Consistency with the comprehensive plan. The proposed fence does not conflict with any future land use goals and aligns with residential privacy and security objectives. Impact on adjacent properties. The fence will provide a clear boundary between properties without interfering with adjacent land uses. The fence will not block scenic views of adjacent properties, and the fence will not be viewable from public right-of-way. Compatibility with surrounding uses. The proposed fence is in keeping with standard residential measures. Adequacy of public facilities. The proposed fence will not impact existing public utilities or services. Maintenance of the structure. The applicant has acknowledged responsibility for the upkeep of the fence. Environmental impact. The fence installation is not expected to disturb any significant environmental features. No existing protected trees will be removed from the installation. Traffic congestion, the fence will not block right-of-way and will allow the emergency and service vehicles to pass through the gate if needed. Public health, safety, and welfare, the fence will enhance security and welfare without introducing safety hazards. In compliance with city codes and ordinances, the applicant will ensure compliance with height and material requirements from the code. The local planning agency and the city council have the authority to impose conditions and safeguards as deemed necessary to protect and enhance the health, safety, and welfare of the city of Mary Esther. The applicant has agreed to the conditions set forth provided in your packet. And staff recommends that the local planning agency make a recommendation to the city council to approve the conditional use to allow a privacy fence with gate to extend the front elevation of the principal dwelling unit, subject to the conditions therein. Does council have any questions?
I have one question. Do you see no detriment to putting up this fence?
No, based off the conditions that we provided, any sort of emergency or service access that would be needed, we have set in the conditions that the applicant understands the fence may need to be partial part of the fence may need to be taken down to allow for those vehicles. And if it's an emergency, then the applicant will be responsible for the fence payment. And if it's not an emergency, then the city will have to repair any damage that may happen. But
But you're happy with it?
yes.
Okay. Any questions from the council?
I'm good.
With him, just with him. Okay, But
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, the one I have is, in 5 or 10 years, he sells the property.
Mhm.
The new person who buys the property inherits this requirement. This goes with the land that is automatically transferred to the new individual, correct?
I believe so. Is that, yeah, it'll go with the land.
Conditional use would go with the land. You could put a clause or a condition, similar like you might with a variance, that if the property's sold, or, you know, obviously they want to enlarge the fence or do something different, they'd have to come back to the city for that type of, but this would allow for this type of use as a condition in that area. So in the event like a storm comes through, you've already authorized this use to be allowed. So yes, it would essentially run with the land unless you made the conditional use contingent or a condition that if it's torn down, you got to come back and that city council or the LPA at that point will have to reevaluate. Which I've seen that happen, but it's rare. Most of the time, most boards want to have it done. They're either going to allow it or not allow it and allow it to run with the land.
Any question I have?
Okay. All right, well, if nobody else has any questions, Ms. Tyler, we have the number 2 is the applicant's presentation. Do you want to make a speech or anything? It's up to you. No, you don't have to. It looks pretty good right now from what he said, unless you want to add some, you know, anything you wish, you know. Okay. No problem. Would you please state your name and address, please?
Yes, my name is Ted Graves. My wife, Keita Graves, is with me. We are at 161 West Miracle Strip Parkway in Mary Esther. So I appreciate you all taking the time to consider this. My wife and I moved in April 16th of last year, so almost a year. Being in Mary Esther, we obviously really appreciate working with Kelvin and y'all in considering this. So obviously going down through this process, Tyler and Kelvin are kind of familiar with some of our challenges. And so it's just, our request that you consider granting this to allow us the same privacy and security that many other properties on the south side of 98 already have. And it also borders our western side of our property. So we're just looking to match that. So just trying to be simple, trying to follow the rules and work with, within the city rules.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Anybody questions for him?
No, I'm good, thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much, sir. Next is the LPA discussion. Does anybody wish to discuss this in general?
No, sir, I'm good.
Okay. In that case, I'm sorry, public comments. Does anybody in the public wish to make a statement? Okay, nobody? Okay, well then we'll close public comments. LPA discussion, we already did, none. So do I have do you want to read it again or do you want me to read it? I don't want to get in trouble by doing a motion and then you tell me I need to read it again. So do you have anything else you wish to read?
I can just read the recommendation again. So staff recommends that the local planning agency make a recommendation to the city council to approve the conditional use to allow a privacy fence with gate to extend the front elevation of the principal dwelling unit, subject to the conditions therein.
Okay, thank you. This might sound a repeat. Do I have a motion to recommend to the city council to approve the conditional use to allow a privacy fence with gate to extend the front elevation of the principal dwelling unit, subject to the conditions therein?
I'll make that motion.
I have a first.
I'll second.
I have a second. Okay, let's go ahead and vote. Mr. Carter, how do you vote?
Yes.
Okay, we got one yes, and we got how many more? It's unanimous. Congratulations. Okay, well, thank you. And we're going to take this motion or this vote thing and move it to the council, which will be happening in an hour, roughly an hour and a half, and then they'll vote on it. Okay, so you need one more approval, but looks good so far. And it's the same people, so that's the joke. Okay.
The only other comment, I think it's a good looking fence.
Mhm.
I'm
Me
a
too.
little jealous here that I didn't,
Super nice.
my homework a year or so
Well,
ago when I
you-
replaced mine.
Yeah,
You go there.
That's right. It's a good
Congratulations.
fence.
It,
Okay.
it is a
Not-
beautiful
Yeah.
post fence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, is there anything else? Okay, we're adjourned to the workshop.
Yeah,
Thank you.
enjoying it. Okay.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Is just one side you're doing? Okay, so you already have